to 9/11, the first plane that crashed into the Pentagon was the United Airlines 175. This flight contained 56 passengers, 2 pilots, and 7 flight attendants. It took off to Los Angeles and was hijacked to New York City at 7:58 a.m. American Airlines Flight 11 was the second plane that was hijacked. It held 81 passengers, 2 pilots, and 9 flight attendants. It boarded off to Los Angeles as well. The 8th edition Journal of Academy of Strategic Management cited that American Airlines 77 was the 3rd plane that day to be hijacked. It held approximately 58 passengers, 2 pilots, and 4 flight attendants. This plane headed toward Washington, D.C. and was hijacked right after takeoff at 8:10 a.m. United Airlines 77 was the last plane to be hijacked. It boarded off toward New Jersey. At this time, America was a nation living under fear. As you can see on my poster, I have a picture of the Pentagon before the plane crash and after. And I also printed off all these pictures of the debris and destruction that the plane crash caused to the city. America has so much to learn from the events of 9/11. It recalled 19 men was in charge of all this hijacking and showed their worst to the world. Our country became very united as one after all this terrorist attack of 9/11. It wasn't for a wrong we had done, it was just for who we are. Many passageway and buildings through the city have been closed, and at 9:05, all of New York areas were shortly closed. As 10:10 arrived, the Pentagon approximately took only 12 seconds to fully collapse. It was briefly noted in the Academy of Strategic Management Journal. After the last plane crash that day, no one expected the total amount of number who lost their lives and many loved ones. 2,819 official people were killed in this horrifying attack of September 11, 2001. The academic journal, The Cost of 9/11, stated that there were 114,126 workers at the time of the attacks. Those that went out of business employed only 4,511, nearly 88% of them employees. Of that total amount, 1,804 were in the U.S., and the other 146 were in the other foreign countries. There were also 343 firefighters that lost their lives, and a total of 60 police officers. It took 1 full year to repair and reconstruct the Pentagon as dated by the accident. The Counseling and Human Development Services formed a team that dedicated their lives to the 9/11 victims by donating money and giving blood to the sinners. $1.4 billion were given to charity, and 36,000 units of blood was given to the New York Blood Center. The economy continued to face many hardships daily. The 9/11 attack was the worst known events in the making of history. As recalled in the magazine Truth Under Attack, no American living today will ever forget what happened on the horrible day of September 11th, 2001. I will never forget the feeling I had watching the World Trade Center buildings blow up in my 7th grade math classroom. I just couldn't imagine all the loved ones losing their lives. It was just so devastating to me. I couldn't even imagine how any human being could be capable of doing such a hostile act. It was a moment that will never be